Hey, welcome back. This is Tyler, Theater Design Company. Going to do our wiring example number 2 for an Eero system. This one's going to focus on using a Pro 6 as the gateway, a gigabit PoE switch as the access point power, as well as the switch. This would be a lower cost solution to our example number 1. And so I'm not going to go over the layout of the RS modem and the ISP. Example number 1 covers that perfectly. So what we're going to do is start with just a quick flow ISP into the RS modem. And then out of the modem, you're going to have your wide area network connection into the Pro 6E. Now the Pro 6E does have a 2.5 and a 1G port. So you're going to want to be in your 2.5G port for this. And then out of this, you're going to run in to your gigabit PoE switch. And so the Pro 6 is going to be basically your router as well as an access point. You can see by the little Wi-Fi icon. But it's going to send a hardwired gigabit connection over to your gigabit PoE switch. Now this PoE switch can be a basic TrendNet or other PoE switch. I got a link below on the one that we use on some jobs. We also do some higher end ones. However, Eero does not recommend any layer 2 or 3 switches, so be careful when you're purchasing those. Going into our wired devices, again, we're just going to come out of our ports up into our TV, our printer, network, and so on. And then I wanted to show you another quick option we put in here is you could do a wired Pro 6 over here, again into the 2.5 gigabit port ideally, and then you could come out of that into a internet connection. What that would do is maybe give you a wired access point in your office while still giving you a wired connection to your laptop. So a nice little workaround to both get access point and hardwired connection. That's why most all Eero devices have an in and an out. And then getting back over here into our PoE 6 access points, again, this is a gigabit PoE switch. It doesn't need to have a ton of power, but needs to have enough to run these. I'm not going to go into the overview of power requirements or any of that because most any PoE switch that I've seen is going to run these Eeros, unless you're doing heavy duty cameras or using PoE 6 to control like switching devices or automation accessories. Most basic PoE switches are going to have the power to run most devices. So those are just going to run out. Again, Cat 6 or a basic Cat 5e will run these no problem. I'm going to add a little snippet in here. I think as of right now, maybe you could pre-wire it with some conduit, but I honestly think Cat 7 and Cat 8 are a complete waste for most home wiring systems. If you're going to do anything and you're just worried about future-proofing, pick it up and maybe buy a Cat 6a cable. But Cat 5e that I ran 25 years ago in homes is still working on gigabit connections running Eero PoE 6s. So if that gives you anything to say, if you want to spend an extra $1,000 on cabling, great. If you want to spend Cat 8 and spend an extra couple thousand on wiring, you're never going to get a return on your investment. So anyway, that's example number 2. So again, a little bit shorter on this video because we didn't go over the RS modem connection. That's example number 1. And then I'm going to go ahead and jump in. We're going to do example number 3 on a separate video. And what example number 3 is going to go over is more of a complete wireless solution. Now, nothing's ever wireless, so you're still going to have your cable coming in. You're still going to have a modem, and you're still going to have a Cat 6 connection to your Pro 6E. But from that point on example number 3, you could do all wireless. All right, thanks a lot. If this helped you out, like, subscribe. We're going to put these on our normal website as well as a downloadable PDF. So thanks a lot.